gear when Titus took the reins and named the group after himself. Gotta love his initiative.
What can you tell me? Who's second in command? Who's the most violent?
Harry, they're almost all of them great guys, born leaders. Whatever happened, I'm sure they only had the best interests of Revachol in mind. Work with them. Hell, interview them. But don't fight them. They really are just like you. Men who like beer, women, and some order on the streets.
Evrart, I met the Hardys. Can you ask them to cooperate with me?
But of course, it's the least I can do for my good friend Harry. I'll do it right after we've concluded this talk.
You can now go and tell Titus about this. See what he has to say.
Also, Harry, here's 5 real.
Why are you giving it to me?
I'm not giving you anything. I'm just holding out 5 real.
Needless to say, this is another move. Don't take it.
I don't need it. I only wanted you to help me with the Hardy Boys.
Oh, I wasn't offering it to you, just holding it out there. But I'm willing to share information. Was there anything else?
I'm good.
Was it a good talk? I'm not sure we made much headway here. I was hoping we'd bust the case wide open. Heck, I even wanted to tell you what I really want to achieve with the strike. I don't know what happened, Harry. I wanted you to feel like Mr. Martinez. And of course, I also wanted you to find your gun. But it's like I can't completely trust you. Yet.
Yet?
Yes, Harry. It's like I can't fully trust you if you're not a man of the left. I want
left
to,
of what?
but I just can't.
A man of the left. So you have to be a social democrat. He's been hurt too much in the past by men who aren't social democrats.
You're right not to trust me. I take care of me. I'm a hustler. I grind. I'm a money engineer.
Perfect, Harry. That's perfect. My version of the left is not against the companies. It's with the companies. Honestly, what I have in mind is a business proposal. A left-wing business proposal, but still...
What would this entail?
Once again, I require nothing unethical or illegal of you. You just need to get 2 little signatures on this piece of paper, and then mail it to my accountant in La Delta.
What are they for?
I'm glad you asked, Harry. The Union is going to build a modern youth centre in Martinez. It will be righteous. We're gonna get those teenagers off drugs and on roller skates. There's a nameless little street on the coast with some old houses around it. Most people have already signed. I just need 2 more signatures to get this mission off the ground, Harry.
Where is this exactly? Where is this place exactly?
On the coast, Harry, across the canal. There's a cul-de-sac there, a little village they're calling it. A gloomy place. You'll find it. I trust your detective skills, Harry.
What will happen to the current occupants?
They are just gonna have to deal with the construction noise for 6 months, and then they'll be living like kings. Right next to a fancy new youth centre, designed by the best architects from Stella Marie.
Alright, if I happen to be there, I can ask them.
You bring joy to my heart, Harry. Such a pleasure to be working with you. Here.
He hands you an open white envelope.
You need to get signatures from Isabel Sadie and Lillian Carter. The cul-de-sac is right past the pawn shop and across the canal. I hear there is some trouble with the waterlock, but they should fix it by Wednesday morning. Once you have the signatures, mail this to 13022 La Rocca in La Delta. Then I know we can do business together.
He runs his fingers through his thin hair. Can we go over a few details concerning the murder again?
Most certainly, Harry. Nothing brightens my day like brainstorming
there's
these
nothing
things
left right
with
now.
you.
Alright, let's change subject.
By all means, Harry.
I'm going to leave now, but we might come back. Okay, we got a lot of quest pop-ups there. Alright, hand-eye coordination was needed for checking the bullet. White envelope. A white envelope with a stamp attached to the upper right corner, handed to you by Evrart Clare. Inside are some legal documents with 2 names printed on them, Isabel Sadie and Lillian Carter, both signatures required.
You take the legal documents out of the envelope. A 12 to 40 month construction period and the zoning plan in the addendum.
Put them back. Hold on, I need medium skill. Does any of this affect that at all? Nope. Okay. Cowabunga it is then.
You take the legal documents out
Try
of
to
the
find
envelope.
a loophole in the deal.
A 12 to 40 month construction. There is no loophole. The simple truth is, the current residents are going to lose their street access, and for the next 12 to 40 months, their lives will be
logic.
dominated
Oh, whoops.
by constant construction noise right next door.
What are the ramifications of this?
Once the construction starts, it'll probably take a few months, a year maybe, for even the most stubborn occupants to get tired of living like this. After that, they'll sell their property for cheap and move out.
This is terrible. Poor people, can't I do something?
Well, you could trick Evrart. Get some random people to sign the document. By the time the union boss finds out, your business here will be already concluded.
Look at the zoning plan.
The youth center cuts into the ocean like the bow of some great modern ship. Apparently, it's going to cover most, if not all, of the street and the square between the existing houses. It's 3 stories tall.
Put him back. Okay. Where's the bullet?
The bullet is still safely sealed away in a plastic
Alright.
bag.
Hand-eye
bearing the
coordination. Try to
RCM stamp.
determine what type of weapon shot this. 72%.
You can't remember what happened
Dang it!
last
I gotta put
week.
another point in this?
What makes you think you're going to remember arcane firearm?
Okay. Get 2 signatures. Look around the balcony. Man. Part of me wishes I had safe scum to that. Let's reload. No, it's fine.
You're back before the cargo container. Its drawer has not lessened since you were last here. If anything, it seems to have grown slightly.
Hey there, sugar.
The container door appears unmoved by your attempt at flattery. A tough nut to crack for sure, but the strongest containers often have the softest hearts.
You're a fine piece of engineering, do you know that?
The door does not respond to your advances. Is it possible that it seems somehow more closed than before? Why does this situation feel so familiar? Do you have a history of propositioning inanimate objects?
Knock on the door, open the door. What is this, rhetoric? Hold on. Don't have anything for rhetoric. -1 rhetoric.
You're back before the
Persuade
cargo
the door.
container. It's why are you even trying to open a door with rhetoric?
Because getting physical wasn't an option.
You've got to dance with the one that brought you, detective.
Nothing else here for now. I tried, Chad. I tried. Alright, only other thing I think I can currently do is move time to 2100 and talk to that one dude that hopefully won't, result in a problem because I don't have my partner with me. Oh wait, bench is over here. Okay. Save.
You sit on the wind-worn wooden planks of the bench. Your feet ache.
Think deep thoughts. Wait 1 hour. Breakthrough imminent. White morning.
You finally stop picking your nose.
White morning. Breakthrough imminent. Okay. Deep thoughts. And then one more
Time
deep thoughts.
passes. You wonder how your gun is doing. Hopefully, it's okay. You're really starting to regret the poor way you handled your own sidearm.
Deep thoughts.
Time passes. You wonder how your gun is doing.
All right. Thought strike complete. White morning. No voice acting for this one. All right. And the little guy gets smaller and smaller as you rise above the dollhouse world. You see him out in the snow, on the streets, in the shop on the corner, and finally in a matchbox house. Sitting by the window, white flowers on the windowsill. You could smell them from up here. It's awful. A white morning, a modern death, divorce, or something similar. All you can do is put more distance between you and him, make him smaller, make him less you. Plus 20% to zoom out distance. All Motorix learning caps raised by 1. Okay. Well, there we go, chat. Behold my quest reward. Alright, so up there's the guy. That's balcony. What's that? Shoes with money in them. Wait, what? Yo, 550! Oh my god. Wait, is that the armor? Oh wait, no, that's I thought that was the chest piece of the armor. That's a bust.
You hear someone walking around inside, rearranging the furniture. The number on the panel says 10.
Knock again.
A poor communard, from the looks of it. The room is barely bigger than a closet.
This time the steps come closer. Who is this? Demands a female voice, wary intense. This is the police. Open up.
Do I have to open the door?
You hear the clacking of heels again as the other side walks right up to the door. Her tone is now getting a defensive edge.
Do you have a warrant? I'm not obligated to open the door if you don't have a warrant.
It's generally easier to do things if you have literally any reason.
Literally any reason. What's in the box? Yay, we found more garbage. Did I need to go to the... I'm trying to remember how to get up to that guy again. Where's the balcony? Garbage collector. Hey, that bottle sells for 10 cents, Smashy. A maroon glow of light pollution rises from the east. You hear distant traffic. Night is falling on the sky. Alright, F5 in case I need my partner to avoid getting shot here or something.
Gendarmerie. You found me.
The young man on the balcony gives you a bright smile before taking another drag from his cigarette.
It feels like a Friday. He seems to be in a good mood tonight. And his shirt is still unbuttoned.
Yep, the cleaning lady let me in. She also led me to your apartment.
Beautiful.
He replies, smiling. As he looks at you, something sparkles in his eyes.
So tell me, are you here to make things right again?
Let's see. I'm not going to make things just right. I'm going to make them spectacular.
Beautiful.
He says again. A nearby street lamp casts shadows on his chin, drawing out the slender cheekbones.
I have some good news for you. My Sunday friend is visiting me tonight. I told him about you and he'd like to say hello. Step in. He's already waiting.
Why would I want to meet your friend?
Trust me, you do.
Is it Friday tonight? It feels like a Friday.
Yeah, it does feel like the end of the week. Such gentle weather. Even the rain feels nice.
He leans over the railing and sticks out his hand to feel the rain. Very well, I'll talk to him, but first I want to talk to you. I have so many questions.
That's nice, but I don't have anything to tell you. It's my friend you're looking for, not me.
He takes another drag of his unfiltered cigarette and looks around. It's getting dark, and the neighboring windows have lit up, one by one.
Besides, I've got to run.
He's going to leave you alone again. That's sad.
Run where?
To the city. It's a beautiful night.
Only if you promise we'll talk again. It's important.
We'll talk. Just not tonight.
The smoker assures you, brushing his hand through his hair.
Take care, alright?
Interview the Sunday friend. Gain 70 experience. A quarterly business magazine. An old photo of the same apartment dated year 01. Party Dragon silk robe? What? the shoulder. What? Buckets of paint on a layer of old newspapers. An exquisite canopy made of metal. Samaran conical hat. I'm sure Kim would love to see me wearing that. Dishes soaked up in a pot. An empty ashtray. I'm sure this guy loves watching me just loot his apartment. Flyers for underground parties.
Officers of the Revachol Citizens Militia.
The man in business casual removes his cufflinks.
You shouldn't be seeing him in an intimate setting. For some reason, you feel this man is your superior. Superior, but he's not in the command chain.
My name is Charles Vildrouin, and I am an official with the coalition government. I work for the Institute of Price Stabilité on assignment from Sur-la-Clé.
I have no idea what half of the things you just said were.
I heard you talking to my friend.
It's Cello Frag.
Very good.
The mood.
Super. I am here to assist you in any way possible. Ask me about the hanging.
No, first ask an innocuous personal question to get the interview off on the right foot. Yes, make it clear you're the one setting the terms here.
No, I don't like any of these. Get down to business. Hello, Mr. Villadouin. Let's get started.
Of course. Let me just say it has been an emotional week for me.
He forms a little rooftop with his fingers. Cold air comes in from the balcony. What's an official like you doing in Martinez?
The coalition is only looking out for the price stabilité. Inflation is a killer, like a heart disease blocking the normal circulation of the economy. It must be controlled. The economy impacts the entire international community, which is why it requires international oversight.
What is this international community?
La communauté internationale is what Revacholians colloquially call the coalition. In other words, the nations that stopped the disaster of the revolution.
Am I being shy, not taking more interesting options? I take them sometimes, but this game has consequences. And I didn't like the consequences of those options. What do I call the coalition?
Your employer, technically speaking. The governing authority of Revachol. The RCM is but one part of this provisional administration.
So you're some kind of bureaucrat?
Yes, as I said before, I am a commissioner from Sur-la-Clé working for the Institute of Price Stabilité. This is one of the main projects of the Moral Inter.
I've heard about the Mora intern before, but I want to know more.
It's the International Organization for Moralists, hence Moralist International. The Institute of Price Stability is just one of its many mind babies.
Mind
as is the
babies?
coalition.
Are you a moralist?
But of course.
Am I a moralist?
Well, do you value freedom? Do you believe in a normal, stable world governed by democratic values?
Martinez doesn't seem very normal or stable to me.
Martinez? No. Martinez is something else.
What about the rest of Revachol? Is it part of the normal world?
Revachol is generally difficult. It's led by an interim government, which means it hasn't yet achieved full democracy. But they are working towards it. You're all doing very well here, relatively speaking.
He gives you an improving nod. It feels like every time I talk to people, I'm choosing option D, none of the above. Is that moralism?
Is this option D usually the most reasonable answer?
Yes, everything else is super extreme. It's like I'm living with a bunch of lunatics.
Sounds like you're a moralist indeed, my friend. Welcome.
Great.
Moralism is all about compromise and achieving the achievable. It's pragmatic, realistic, and level-headed. An ideology for doers.
He's definitely selling
Are
it,
you
chat.
a doer, my friend? It looks to me like you are.
But I bet if I talked to someone suave from every faction, they could convince me I'm actually already a member of their faction.
Now, enough of this delightful political interlude. Was there anything else you wanted to ask?
What is the price stability?
It is the most important thing.
Oh, that clears everything up.
It's the central goal of any sound monetary policy. Maintaining the price stability is essential to maintaining high levels of economic activity, which is essential for maintaining high levels of employment, which is essential for maintaining the social stability.
How does this benefit us exactly?
Take your daily bread, for example. Too much inflation, bread becomes too expensive. Too much deflation, it becomes too cheap for bakers to produce. That's why the Institute of Price Stability works to keep inflation just below 2%.
Below 2% of what?
But not too far below, no. Too below is also bad. Below, but close to 2%.
You're not answering my questions at all.
The coalition believes in the importance of informing the public about the benefits of the price stability. Transparency is one of our principles. Would you like an informational pamphlet?
Sure, give me a leaflet.
A sound monetary policy is essential for addressing uncertainty. Stability is the raison d'être of the Moral Inter. It's the reason why I identify as a moralist.
Okay, this guy, it's like he speaks French, and he learned how to say these phrases in English, but he doesn't say English. So I'm just like, what are you talking about? And he just keeps going with this script he's memorized.
But oh, I don't have my leaflets on me today. That's too bad. You can always call our information line. Making information available is part of the Moral Intern's commitment to transparency.
Okay, but what are you doing here in this apartment?
Well, I'm renovating it. It is an interesting project. The building used to be a 12-story skyscraper before the cannons took the top 4 stories off. This, of course, happened when the coalition forces landed here.
The cannons just gave the building a little shave.
You could say I'm undoing some of the material damage the international community caused when we arrived here.
Tell me about Sur-la-Clé.
What's there to say? Sur-la-Clé is a modern, urbanized country that measures very high on the Human Development and Freedom Index. Mostly, though, it's known as the executive heart of EPIS.
Continue.
Moreover, it is a great sponsor of less emerged countries. Revachol is only one of its many darlings whose progress it supports and cherishes.
Oh, and shove something. Okay, I can pause time here. All right, chat. I really need a bathroom break. I will be right back. Okay, big. Alright. Let's see. What makes Rivachal's Sur-la-Cliffs darling?
Because a great percentage of Rivachal's culture hails from Sur-la-Clé. Its language, its people, its cuisine even. Or at least in the downtown La Delta area.
Alright, that's enough business. Let's talk about something else.
Whatever you wish, officer.
Did you actually witness the lynching?
I'm sorry to say I did, officer.
Start from the beginning, if you don't mind.
Officer, it's very difficult to describe what I saw that night. It was so surreal to me, like in a play.
Continue.
He holds out his hands and blossoms his fingers, like a drama teacher setting the scene.
Meaning it was entertaining?
No. I mean, it was so strange. I could barely believe what was happening.
Continue.
I was on the balcony when it happened, getting some fresh air. I remember that first they came in, carrying what looked like a body. And then I saw all the surrounding windows go dead, one by one. That's when I understood. I should not be seeing this.
How many of them were there?
I couldn't tell you exactly. Less than 10. Maybe 8?
Were any of them huge? Like 200 kilograms huge?
That's a giant you're describing. No, they were all quite human, as far as I could tell.
Did any of them look like drummers?
Drummers? Why, no. But then, I don't know what a drummer is supposed to look like.
Hold on. 200 kilograms, 2 pounds. That's 440 pounds. Yeah, that's a big fella. What happened next?
I went back inside.
So you didn't actually see the lynching happen?
Officer, the yard was pitch black. There was nothing to see, but I could still hear their voices. They were threatening to kill that poor man.
Were they men, women?
All men, I presume. But again, I couldn't see very clearly.
What ethnicity were they?
I believe they were mostly white, though I believe I saw 2 Areopagites among them. And I am quite certain that one spoke with a Mesk accent.
What happened next?
Well, that's the strangest part, officer. Nothing happened. It was oddly quiet for a public lynching.
What do you mean nothing happened? They lynched a guy.
Eventually, their shouts died down, and that was all. There were no gunshots, no celebratory shouts, no anything.
Why didn't you call the RCM?
You're right, of course. That is what one is supposed to do in such circumstances. I was simply in shock. I'm afraid I don't have anything else to add.
Can you at least tell me when it happened?
All I can say is that it was late.
You didn't check your watch?
My watch? Yes, now I remember. It was 30 minutes past midnight, give or take.
So let me get this straight. You didn't actually witness the hanging itself, did you?
No, I didn't see the corpse until the following day.
Those are all my questions. Thank you for your time.
Of course, anything I can do to assist the RCM.
Can you tell me about your friend?
Ah, my friend. My friend is a good young man. His family immigrated here from Kedra, and life has not been easy for him. But he understands the importance of education. He has taken his future into his own hands, and that's all that matters.
What's Kedra?
Kedra is a candidate member of APIS. But, between you and me, their potential membership is a more contentious issue.
What do you mean?
That it's never going to happen. They entered negotiations in 21, and it's been pending ever since.